Good evening and welcome to our weekly live session. I am Priyanka Mishra, founder of Script and your partner in growth. Okay, so today we are going to talk about again a very crucial topic. I've been reading and researching on this that how can we stop playing small? Many a times in life we go through situations and circumstances when we keep ourselves safe, and in order to keep ourselves safe, we get so much engrossed that we forget the outlying, the multiple possibilities of exposure, multiple possibilities of expansion and growth. And today we are going to talk about just that. Okay. So I want all of you to be prepared to kind of get a mind changing, like a changing perspective for the coming week, and I would request you to stay here with a copy and pen, because this is not going to be just any session where we will be discussing a couple of things and that's it. You definitely would have to do some real introspection while I'll be talking to all of you on this topic. Okay, so first things first, when you look at it, how to stop playing small, which area in your life comes or flashes in your mind the first? There is one area in our life where we are playing really small, and we know that. Okay. So I want you to put a light, throw some light on that area, and just be aware that, okay, fine. Like if I look at my life, okay, fine, Priyanka, you are playing really safe at a particular area, right? I don't want any of you to share that with me right now, but you should know. It is self-awareness, right? How to stop playing so small. Let us explore this topic together, right? We spend our life focusing on not to lose and we shrink. This reminds me of a story. There was a family, a very poor family living on the top of a hill. And this family had a cow, right? And this cow used to give some like 4 5 liters of milk every single day. 1 2 liters of milk this family used to consume for their day-to-day need of the family of 4 people, and rest remaining milk they used to sell, and in exchange of that milk they used to get the bread, butter and stuff to keep their household going, right? This cow was so dearly to all of them because they felt that they can do anything that they can because just of the presence of this cow, right? Their entire life is dependent only and only on this one cow. But now what happened? One day a saint came to their house, right? And the saint came and he sat with them, and um he asked them that what is it that you are worried about. The man said that we are very poor, right? We have only one cow, and that cow gives 5 6 liters of milk, 2 liters of which we consume, 3 4 liters we sell, and we are just hand to mouth, right? Every single day I learn some money and we will cook food and eat. That's it. We do not have any other resources. So yeah, we are very sad about it. The saint listened to him very carefully. While moving out of the place, these people they wanted to gift something to the saint, right? Whatever they can. Every person, when a saint leaves from home, they want to give a token of respect to this person. So this family, they asked, like folded hands, joined hands, and they said that, Saint, you're leaving our house. What is the one thing that we can give you? We know we don't have much, but we really want to give you something as a token of respect and gratitude that we have, that you visited our house and you stayed with us for a couple of days. This man looked around in the house. He said that I bless you with prosperity today, and I want that cow as a gift for myself. The family was shattered. They started crying and cribbing, and they held the saint's feet, and they said that if you take away the cow, we will die of hunger. The saint said, I have given you a boon. Don't worry, you will not die in hunger. I will visit your place again 1 year later. The saint moved away with the cow along with him. Now, when the cow was not there, after 1 year, the saint came back with the cow to the same house. And what he looks, he's surprised. He looks that the children are wearing better clothes. The house has changed from that hut to a proper house. He can see that there are more stuff to eat. There is prosperity, there is happiness. So the saint came and sat with this family, and he said that, okay, what happened when I took away the cow? The man said that, trust me, I'll not lie. When you took away the cow for 2 days, we just kept on, saying and thinking and thinking all the negative things about you. That such a person he was. Like, he was so mean. You took away our cow. We were helpless. Our children cried in hunger. I felt helpless. My wife felt helpless, and we were helpless for 2, 3 days. And after 2 days, it was unbearable for us to hold our hunger. And that is the day when I moved out and I started doing things. My brain started working on that. Okay, fine, what all can I do? Started taking wood and taking them to the market. My wife started doing some arty crafts and started selling them in the market. Eventually, slowly and slowly and slowly, look at us today. We are prosperous. You know what? All of us, we have this one cow of security. We feel that unless and until this cow is there, we will not die of hunger. But because we are not ready to lose the sight of that security, we shrink ourselves. We shrink ourselves so small that we start doubting that what big game we are capable of playing, right? And today I will take you to the science around it, okay? Please write this down at a place where you can see this again and again. Fear will lead you to a life that is very, very, very small. And you know what? Fear and faith. You cannot see both of them. You cannot see fear. Can you see fear? No. You cannot see faith also. So it is 100% of a choice that what do we want to choose? Do we want to choose fear? Do we want to choose faith? Right? It is just a matter of perception. Fear is also in my head. Faith is also in my head. Nothing is reality. Okay. So I want you people to understand that if we play this game of life being afraid that what if, we will lose onto a lot of things that life has to offer to us. If I talk to you about one thing that this journey of entrepreneurship has taught me, it made me fearless. I don't fear of making mistakes. I don't fear of taking risks. I don't fear of raising my hand and saying that I don't get that. Please explain it to me once again. I don't fear taking help. I don't fear helping people going out of my box. I don't fear anything, right? Because I know I have accepted this reality as a fact that my life is uncertain. Whatever is there today, tomorrow, I do not know what will happen, right? Life is uncertain. And the second thing that I have accepted for myself is I am flawed. We are all flawed. And there is no shame in that, right? I might make a lot of mistakes, but you know what? If I'm genuine, if my intentions are right, the people who connect to me, they will forgive me for my mistakes. They will not only be there with me for my glory time, they will be with my low time, they will be with me in the mud, right? And I trust my people so much. And this somehow it has become a cycle, right? And it has made my life such a peaceful and prosperous place. Okay, I'm not saying this just for the sake of saying, I'm just trying to push it forward and put it into your lives also. Okay, so stop fearing from the fear. Let it sit beside you, put a hand on its shoulder and say, let us explore the world together. I know I'm going to be afraid, right? Since childhood, if we look back, every time when we did something new, we were afraid, right? We changed school, we were scared. We moved from nursery to primary, we were afraid. Primary to high school, we were afraid. The teacher used to rotate the benches, the bench made change, we were afraid. The math teacher changes, we got afraid, right? But we know that this fear does not stay. It is there, it will come, but it will not stay, right? Okay, so with this, let us come to the main thing of today, the asymmetric life. We all have this false prediction kind of thing that we keep on holding on to security because we feel that past is equal to future. Our brain is a prediction making machine, right? So this prediction making machine keeps on throwing, like, when you type how to in Google, it will keep on predicting how to cut a cloth, how to fix a wire, how to use a camera, how to, you know that, right? It gives you an entire list of how to's based on your algorithm. So our brain works in a similar way. We have this prediction system working all the time. Whenever we want to enter into any phase of life, our brain keeps on taking reference from the past and predicts future. The asymmetric life means that in our life, we are definitely going to go through a lot of experiences, multiple flavors of them. Some would be very exciting, some would be very cheerful, and some will be low. Low, so low that you'll hit your rock bottom. You'll feel like I'm helpless. You'll feel like I'm stuck. You'll feel like, please, someone come and come, take me out of it. Sometimes you might feel that I'm feeling so much pain in the core of my heart that I cannot explain it to anyone. We all have been through those places, right? It is nothing new. But what asymmetric life says is that once you hit that rock bottom, you know the beauty of rock bottom? You cannot go below further. From there, you have got only and only one thing, that is bounce. Okay, and that is what happens in our life. If you look at the graph of life, this graph, I have been spending an entire week with this one graph. Okay, so yes, anything that we do in our life, we will always try to stay here. This is that hill with a cow. Okay, so for an example, if you have basic communication skills and you can talk comfortably with those five close friends of yours, you will always try to talk to those five close friends of yours. Why? Because you do not want to take risk of speaking in front of 100 people. Because you know, when you speak for the first time in front of 100 people, you feel worst. Anything you do for the first time, you'll feel so bad about yourself. You feel like you're pathetic. You feel like a loser. And then this manufacturing defect of human brain, it jumps into picture. We have got a manufacturing defect that says that we all have a dire desire to be the hero of our life. We always want to be the hero of our life, right? We always want to excel in every single thing that we do. You might get it when I say this. You want to be the best father or mother. You want to be the best son or daughter. You always want to be the best sibling, best spouse, best employee, best employer, best boss, best subordinate. We want to play our role so nicely that we want that the certificate of perfection. And trust me, the certification of perfection is a myth. It does not exist. Okay, so what happens is when we try to do best of everything, we want ourselves to be constrained. Like for an example, let me tell it to you. I am at a stage in life, right? At a particular stage in life where I'm taking good care of my family, I'm taking good care of my business, I'm taking good care of myself, I'm taking good care of my life in general. So what my brain will do, it will hold me in this place that Priyanka, if you move an inch from here, you will fall down on your face. And you know what? The world that I've created around myself of security, of assurance, of validation, it will get shattered. But you know what? Unless and until you move from here and you hit that rock bottom, the chances of you to find that new peak will not arise. You would have to take that first call when you want to talk in front of 100 people. You would have to make that mistake and you would have to feel that embarrassed so that you can learn from those experiences and then you start growing up. And this is how everything in the world happens. Okay, we cannot stay like if you restrict your life here, you might feel good for some time or you might feel comfortable, but this growth you will never taste. You'll never be able to explore that how much potential you have. So it is important for us to learn a new skill, to get into that hard conversation in the relationship, talk that hard stuff, get into a fight and sort that fight off, and next day you'll find that your relationship is at a beautiful, more better space. You would have to do that first push up. You would have to get that pain while doing the squats in your hamstrings. You would have to bear that sore back while exercising. And when you'll hit that pain, then slowly, slowly, slowly you'll come up again and you'll be stronger than ever before. The first time that class that you are postponing to take up on that new language or on that new skill, go ahead and attend that. Be pathetic, make those mistakes, let yourself get embarrassed, and that is when you'll pick all of your pieces from here and you will be your best self in the next level. We would have to do that, and it is how it works for every single person. You and me, we are not exceptions, right? So today I want you all to be free. to be free from all the things that you have created as a cage inside of your mind, all of the perceptions that, okay, fine, this is security. No, we have a world of potential. We should be playing it full. Okay, never settle, please, guys, never settle. We've got this gift that it will become a disservice to the world if I keep my gift to myself. Okay, trust me, when I started off this business, initially I was a trainer, a freelancer. So in my brain, my business model was that I should just keep on getting clients after clients after clients for my training. That's it. And then Satyam happened, and Satyam joined hands, and we started doing things at a bigger level. And you know what? We saw this rock bottom. We've seen, you cannot imagine the bad days that we have seen. Okay? You go to the deepest core, the hell, where you feel underconfident, where you feel doubting yourself, where you feel so insecure, where you compare yourself with every other person out there, and you feel that nahi main kuch bhi nahi kar rahi hu. And then you pick yourself up. And you know what? The magic starts unfolding here. And this is how your brain works. You go to the next peak, and then you will find out that I can explore this also. And then you will hold yourself. No, 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 Priyanka, do not take that risk. Then a little small courage and hope, they speak from within and they say, let us give it a try. And then you again give it a try, and then again you hit the bottom. And then again you pick yourself and you go to the next peak. And this is the concept of asymmetric life. And if you look at your life in the past, you might have seen this pattern a lot of times, right? When you enter into a particular college, the first time when you enter into your graduation college, first few days, it is so difficult. You have no friends, the place is new, the hostel is new, you feel homesick. Bottom. Second semester, you start gearing up. Third semester, you start gearing up. And eventually, by the final year of your graduation, you are the dawn of the college, right? You don't even think where my mom and dad are right now. You're so much involved into those activities. This is how life works. When I got married, I remember I cried like, as if I won't be able to live a single day without my mom. But look at me today, I'm thriving. I don't say that I love her any less. But you know what? You explore, you find out new avenues, you find out new verticals, you find out new dimensions, and then you start growing from there wholeheartedly as a person. Okay, so in this call today, I invite all of you to please write down the areas where you are here. That programming language that you want to learn, that job that you want to switch, that business that you want to start, that relationship that you want to work on, your health, anything is welcome. We are talking about 100% total transformation. We're not just focused on one single thing. Okay, so you need to become a 10x as a human being if you want to 10x your income, if you want to 10x your wealth, if you want to 10x your well being, right? The 10x in the outer world will come when you expand so much from the inside here, right? And this inside here expansion happens when you allow yourself to do that. Ask yourself this uncomfortable question today, that where am I playing so secure? Okay, and write it down. How can you shatter that? There are four principles to use this asymmetric life pattern and play it full in your life. If you do all the four, trust me, you will have a rocking life. I'm telling it to you with my experience. Principle number one, do the hard things. Do the hard things. See, hard thing is the reality of life. Okay, I have this one small, okay, it is a little far, otherwise I would have shown it to you. I have one sticky note which says, make hard things fun, whistle while you work. Okay, so there are going to be these hard things happening, right? You will be making a presentation, and you'll be working day in and day out in that. You would be putting every single piece of your brain cell into it, but the people you're presenting it to, they might not like it, right? It was hard. Accepting that is hard, but you know what? This is life, right? Once you accept this for the fact that hard things are going to come, right? And I have to make these hard things fun, and I have to do these hard things. I do not get an option. Okay, I do not get an option. Once you tell it to yourself that, Priyanka, you know what, you need to gear up, you don't get an option. And that is the time when we actually start doing miraculous hard things. The things that we thought that नहीं नहीं ये तो मैं कभी नहीं कर सकती, we will start doing all of those things. Trust me, I was so bad at networking. I used to shy away from people. I never used to pick up phones. As soon as my phone starts ringing, my heartbeat used to start getting higher and higher. And I used to pray. Literally, I'm saying, I'm not lying to you. I used to pray that God, please let this call get cancelled and let this person drop me a message that Priyanka, I called you, you did not pick up, and let me say, okay, please text me. I never used to talk to people over call, right? This is not a very old Priyanka. This is a Priyanka like 6 years back. And if you look at Priyanka today, I'm a go-getter now. I'm a go-getter now, right? I know how many opportunities I've lost because of that one weakness. So today, I'm ready to do that hard thing. Still, I do not feel comfortable talking on telephone, but I do that because before picking up every call, I tell it to myself, Priyanka, go ahead and do that hard thing, right? Because this is the first principle of getting that dream life for yourself, right? That is the first step. We would have to do the uncomfortable. We would have to put ourselves into uncomfortable situations so many times that our comfort zone expands, right? Initially, when I used to drive for like 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, I used to come back home and I used to crib about it. You know what? Taking a vehicle, taking a four-wheeler in Hyderabad traffic for 8 kilometers, it is so hectic. The traffic is so bad. The people are like this. I used to crib about it to my husband. Look at me today. I go to like 20 kilometers if required. And I come back home whistling, dancing. The distance reduced? No. The traffic reduced? No. The time reduced? No. The programming changed? Yes. Okay. You need to keep on changing the programming from the inside. If you do not upgrade your software timely, trust me, you're doing injustice to yourself. You're doing a big injustice to yourself. Today, if I get stuck in a traffic, I'm listening to a podcast, I say, okay, fine, like 5 more minutes. I get it for myself. I'm listening to this wonderful podcast. Do the hard things, guys. Do the hard thing. For the next week, every time when you feel a resistance from the inside that let me sleep for a little more, let me not exercise today, let me not do this today, I will do this tomorrow. Tell it to yourself, remind it to yourself, do the hard thing. Take your name, right? Tell it to yourself, do the hard thing, Priyanka. I keep on telling this to myself and it works. Our brain is the most intelligent piece of muscle in the entire universe. But you know what? I can fool my brain. You can fool your brain. We are so much powerful. Do you get that? Okay? So keep on telling it to yourself. Do the hard stuff. Come on. You can do this. Okay? You got this, Priyanka. Do the hard stuff. Fine. You're feeling that pain not because you're not capable, because this thing is hard. And if you want, you can take a reference of this graph. Always imagine whenever you're feeling that rough thing happening inside of you, your stomach feels sick that nahi ho raha hai, mujhe nahi aata hai, I'm so scared. Remember that you are here in the downfall. And remember that you'll pick yourself up and you'll go to the next peak. Okay? Change the narrative, guys. Change the narrative. If you change the story here, you change the world outside. I promise you that. Principle number 2 is do your thing. Do your thing. Okay? What you are good at. We all are good at something or the other. Please do not kill your message. You have got a very unique way of solving problems. That is you. Okay, you like a group of 5 people might be programming things together, but all the 5 people would have a different approach. One person would be whistling while programming, one person would be like stressed, one person would be continuously thinking kharab ho jayega, code fat jayega, right? So the thing is we all have different kind of mindsets, but when we do the thing in our own style, I'm not saying that all these things that I'm saying it to you, you are listening to it for the first time, but you are listening it in Priyanka's style for the first time. Do you get the difference? Okay, so this is the second thing. Second principle is do your thing, what you are good at. Go ahead and show it to the world. Show your authenticity, right? There is no harm in sharing knowledge. There is no harm in helping people. We are guiding. See, if you are someone who wants to 10x your life, start helping people. This is the easiest and the fastest way. And trust me, helping people is very selfish. It is very selfish. You feel peace from within. You will never, you will never experience that solace, that peace, that blissfulness if you take from someone. But if you give, You know what? You feel expansion from the inside. You feel that I'm capable of giving. This giving could be anything. This could be a support, this could be a kind word, this could be a help in the work, it could be training and teaching and helping in teaching and learning process. Could be anything. Please go ahead and help. If you're a person in corporates, go ahead and educate your team, right? If you educate your team properly, they'll perform better. If they perform better, you get the next promotion. If you are in a business, start educating your people, your community. Do not, I will tell again, I'll be very vulnerable in front of all of you. Initially, for 2 years, we were naive. Me and Satyam, we were small, right? So, what we used to think that if I have learned this thing, I will keep it as a secret. I'll not share it with anyone. The more we kept secret, the more we were shrinking. The more we started spreading, the more we get expansion. Tried and tested, guys. Okay, so start sharing that thing. Whatever you have done, कुछ secret रखने का जरूरत नहीं है. There is no competition happening between two people, right? Competing between two people is like comparing a rose to a lily. Rose is beautiful in its own way, lily is beautiful in its own way. So stop thinking in those lines that what will happen if. Nothing will happen. Go ahead and share your message. Go ahead and share it in your own style. Okay, this takes me to the next principle. Can you hear it out loud? I want all of you to read it out loud, right? Do it for decades. You should be able to do your craft for decades. If you ask me, Priyanka, are you ready to do this? What you're doing right now for decades? Yes, I am in. You want me to sign somewhere? I'll sign somewhere, right? Because when you start doing the thing that you love, the hard things will not hurt that much. And when you do that thing for a decade, you create a legacy for yourself. One quotation, which Tony Robbins keeps on saying, that has changed my personal perception towards life drastically. He says that we overestimate the power of 1 year, but we underestimate the power of a decade. So beautiful. Start thinking in terms of decades. Start thinking long term, that relationship, your health, your sleep, your routine, your everything that you do, it should be sustainable. Think in decades. If you start thinking in decades, you'll not do mediocre stuff. You'll not settle for mediocre stuff, right? Because you're building something. And building something huge takes time. Accept that. Be patient, right? Do it for decades. If you keep on doing it, if you keep on doing it, trust me, very soon, after a couple of years, you'll feel like I'm getting a grip of it. You still continue to do it, continue to do it. After a couple of years, you'll feel like I'm, amongst like top 15, 20% people. You keep on doing it, you keep on doing it without getting tired, without making excuses, without cribbing and crying and complaining and blaming. You keep on doing it, you keep on doing it, and in a decade you'll look back and you'll see, oh my God, what have I created? Right? Recently, there was one of our mentees who was working on share markets, right? So he said the first call that we had, he was in one-on-one call. So the first call that he had with me, he said, Priyanka, I want to be like some person's name he took in his industry. And he said that that person, he takes out at least 10 lakhs of profit every month. I want a portfolio like that. I said, okay, fine. How much time did it take for him? He said a decade. Right? Where are you right now in first few months? What is the amount of his portfolio? He said a number. I asked him, what is yours? His was 100 times less. Right? We compare just the numbers, but we forget the journey. Okay, so if you start your trading today, the amount that you'll be drawing out of it will not be anywhere comparable to this person, because this person who's been in the market for last 10 years has seen that up, has gone down to the valley, came up again, gone back down to the valley. So if you have this concept that I do not want to lose anything, you will be staying stuck secure at one point. And I challenge you all today, all the people listening to me in the live call or in the recording. I challenge you today, if you are someone who has not changed in the last 3 years, I want you to take some huge step so that your next decade looks better. Because you know what? In a decade, if you look back and you see that there is no change in you as a person, as the value that you carry, as the persona that you come ahead with, if there is no much difference, remember that you are on the top of one hill with that cow. Okay, so do it for decades, be patient. Moving further, the fourth principle and the most important one, write your story. A lot of people misinterpret this principle as that you go ahead, you do all the big things, and you create a glorious life, and then you write your own story in form of biography or autobiography or something. No, I'm telling it to you the other way around. Write your story today, right? Write your story today, that what kind of life are you creating for yourself, and then create it piece by piece by piece by piece every single day. I don't care what it takes from you, your blood, your sweat, your time, your effort, your money. I don't care. If you want to see that vision to turn into reality, if you want to make that dream come true for your family, for yourself, to prove it to yourself that damn, I lived a life, you would have to do it, right? And again, one more big lesson that I keep on telling it to myself 100 times a day, no free lunches. There are no free lunches. Okay, if I want to make this story of mine true, I would have to go out of my way. I would have to take the decisions that I have never taken. I would have to invest time, money, energy, everything into myself. I would have to believe in myself, and I would have to expand myself from the inside. Then and only then I will be able to accommodate this dream of mine in my life. Okay, I hope that you people are understanding this. Write down all of these four principles on a piece of paper and do an introspection exercise before you sleep today. Number one, do the hard things. Number two, do your thing. Number three, do the thing for a decade. Number four, write your story today, and in a decade, make that story come true. Do it, guys, do it, right? I challenge all of you to live in this way and do the hard things for the next 1 week. Be fearless. Be fearless. Fear is going to be with you always. Grab it, put a hand on shoulder, have tea with your fear every morning. Say that I know you are here. I acknowledge you, but let us go and do it anyway, right? Do it scared, do it tired, do it hungry, do it hopeless, do it insecure, do it scared. I don't care. Just do your thing. You should be doing it. You know that, right? So this is a reminder for all of you. Please, guys, get up and get going, right? If we sit at one place, if we look at one space continuously, no success is coming to our way saying that, Priyanka, you know what? I've opened a door for you. I have to get up. I have to reach to the door. I have to knock it. I have to keep knocking until the door opens, right? If I'll be afraid that, what if I knock and I disturb someone? I would have to do that. Okay, so I hope that this brings what do you say, this brings a hope for the coming week in your life, and this brings a hope for you to change your world. Give yourself the permission to live an extraordinary life and make a significant impact on the world. I want all of you, please go ahead and give yourself this permission today. Please write this down, that I give myself permission to live an extraordinary life and make a significant impact on the world. I'm not saying that, only in 2 days or 5 days. You take a decade, you take two, you take three, I don't care. But the message that you have, it should reach, it should create the impact that it has the potential of. Okay, so with this, my session comes to an end. I would like you people to please share, how did you find this? Was this helpful? Was this worthy of your time investment? Because I'm so glad that you showed up here and you spent this time of yours with me. The people who are joining this live, please put it in the chat box. The people who are joining this from any social media platform as a recording, please put it in the comment section. I would like to know, what do you feel about this session? Quickly. And also, I would like to get one learning from all of you. What is the one learning that you will take for the week? What is the one learning that you take for the week? Please put it there. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I enjoy being here all every time. God bless you all.